Hi, Taurus people. This video is for you for May 2018. Now, I waited till mid-May. I wanted Uranus to reposition itself in the second house of Taurus before bringing in these energies and what this new cycle would bring, because this is going to bring a lot of changes, not just globally, but certainly on an individual level. It's a whole new cycle. We know that. How is this city affecting Taurus right now? Well, the central energy is the Three of Pentacles. So this is a card about, well, it could mean making plans, building certainly, but a three is a change card. And sometimes this card means that something that you've built has come into manifestation, but with the card surrounding it and the energy that I'm feeling, this feels more about working towards something. So the central energy is working towards something. Now, crowning this reading, you have the Knight of Swords. This is a faster moving energy, but it's certainly a message of change coming, or change needed. It goes well with the Three of Pentacles, which is also a card of catalytic change, but crowning, as the crowning card of this reading, I'm saying that there is a need to change something else. Probably, I'm feeling like it's a perception. So maybe something needs to be looked at in a different way, but we'll see how the cards unfold. So crossing the energy of the Three of Pentacles is the King of Swords. This is a savvy king. He knows what he wants. He knows how to get it. And he deals from a very intellectual place. So there's a lot of thought that goes into whatever this Three of Pentacles is, whatever this is that you've been planning and building. There's a lot of thought that's gone into it. And in the recent past, we see the Eight of Pentacles. So there's a lot of work that's gone into it as well. I'm feeling like this is a project that many Taurus people have been working diligently on and wishing, because in the Strength position, we have the Two of Wands, which is a card of making plans and intention. So I feel like you've been working hard. Many Taurus people, they're hardworking anyway, but working hard and manifest something. You see by the wands, there's a wand on each side representing stability. You could almost say like the universe has your back, Taurus. So whatever this is you're working on and trying to manifest, with the crowning energy of this Knight of Swords, it's an energy that's coming towards you. So something's coming in regarding what you've been really thinking about and really working towards. Now, for your focus card, you have the Ace of Wands. This is a card of creative beginnings. This could be something that you're newly passionate about, but with the rest of the cards and the feeling that I'm getting from this energy, this isn't a new idea. This isn't a new passion. This is just maybe the first stages of whatever this project, idea, or plan is that you've been working towards. This is more of the promise of this, the initial stages that this has begun, especially with the Knight of Swords bringing that energy in, that this is underway. Now, for the near future, you have the King of Pentacles. So this is a Taurus king, and he and Uranus just came into Taurus in the second house of values. So it's a focus is definitely on the material realm, on earth-based things, on what we value, how we value our possessions. And when I see this King of Pentacles for the future, I feel like this is going to be a time where Taurus really kind of comes into their own in the material realm. So let's say financially. I think that this is an indicator of that whatever these plans that have been made, this work that's been putting into it is going to lead to a lot of security. And the things to do, actually, this is the advice position. You have the Hermit. So when I look at the other cards, the Hermit as advice is saying to stay on the path. Don't focus on what you want. Don't expect it too quickly. It just feels like from this reading that change is coming. This change that you've been wanting and working for, it's coming, but it's going to require a little more thought and planning for a lot of Taurus. It's going to be more like a I'm going to clarify that card later because I don't want to say too soon, especially since we haven't gotten through the reading. But for the things to do, you have the Ace of Swords. So this, again, is the indicator of beginning a new insight, a flash insight, a new spiritual path. But it's the promise of newness. Something's coming in. Now, in your hopes and fears, Taurus has been, again, you have a 3. Taurus has been waiting for something. And maybe it's too soon. The ships are out there. They will return. But the timing seems to be what the issue Taurus is having, maybe. They're overthinking. They have the King of Swords working with this energy. So perhaps there's just some overthinking. Even negative thinking about maybe this isn't going to happen. But because not only is the Knight of Swords bringing that energy in, but in the outcome position is the Tower. So this is a clear indication of change. It's you see the little yods falling from the sky. Those are blessings, divine blessings. So this project is going to bear fruit. It's going to bring abundance. It's going to bring a lot of security. I'm feeling a lot of security in this reading, but I really feel like this Hermit card in advice position, that you're spending too much time, and I'm starting to feel that this King of Swords is about overthinking, maybe negative thinking, and a little more optimism is needed, not so much in your head time. I'm going to clarify the Hermit for you guys. But in general, this might even be Taurus people just feeling Uranus stationing into their house, into Taurus in the second house, into their house of values, and just really the initial stages of planning and thinking about what for the next 7 years, for the next 7 years, for the next cycle. So clarifying the Hermit card, we have the 4 of Cups. So the energy of this reading is one of perception. I'm really, really strongly getting the feeling that a change in perception is what Taurus is being called to do. Taurus is being called to be patient. Don't get bored. Don't get dissatisfied with the process. Allow for it to happen because the energies are interesting change for sure. There's a promise of this abundance. There's a promise. These cards today, there's a promise of security, but something is needed, something on the mental level. I'm going to clarify this King of Swords real quick that's working with this energy of the 3, but there is a lot of 3. There's a lot of 8 energy. There's the Tower. There's the Knight of Swords. So there's a lot of transitional energy in this reading. I feel like this is definitely a time transition, Taurus. There's no clear there's no feeling that there's no message that I feel like I need to tell you guys about anything in particular other than one of getting out of your head in a negative way and getting into a more positive place. So for the King of Swords, we got the Page of Pentacles. So yeah, this is a card about waiting for what you want. You can see the field there, and I like that in this card because it's first we plant a garden, then we prepare the soil, then we plant the seeds, then much later, we nurture, and much later we reap the harvest. So this is kind of a reminder that, yeah, it's hard. Keep working, keep focused on the goals, go inward. There's something you're missing, something in your perception that needs to be adjusted, and that might be just more optimism, like just the trust that this is coming. Here you also have the 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, this is about trusting in the process, and in the meantime, finding that balance, finding a good place to emotionally be. Don't go to extremes. Don't go into the turbulent mode where you're just emotionally inside of yourself. And don't go to this King of Swords mode where you're just overthinking, critical, perhaps negative. But realize that patience is a virtue, and that this happiness, harmony, especially with the King of Pentacles in the near future, this is coming. This is a promise for Taurus, and I do believe you are coming into this period of abundance. It's definitely coming. The change is coming. The blessings are coming. It's just a matter of when. So hang in there, Taurus. I think that this is a good reading because you're diligently working. The harder that you are, you're diligently working, as usual, on something, and it will pay off. I'm probably going to do an extended reading, Taurus, on this. I don't want to keep clarifying the cards, but I'll do an extended reading and attach that link below. And so go ahead and watch that if you want. And otherwise, I'm going to check back in 2 weeks and just see where we are with the energies. Again, this is a whole new cycle. These are whole new energies. It's a lot to navigate. It's a lot to digest. It's a lot to feel on a personal level for each of us as individuals. So it'll be interesting how they develop, but it's exciting. These are exciting times, and I am excited for Taurus. So I will see you in a couple weeks.